Good morning, Philippines! Mabuhay world!
Join us as we share to you a research-based re-entry application project in coordination with the National Educators Academy of the Philippines
and the Department of Education Cotabato Division.
I'm Dr. Ermie Rabara, a Principal 3 with 33 years of teaching and administrative experience.
And I'm Dr. Joan Sison, a senior high school teacher and the current research appraisal chairperson of our cluster.
We are from Dilangala National High School, a 3-time champion or Hall of Famer in Brigada Escuela among the mega schools in the Philippines.
We have strong ties with our supportive school community, and we use research and innovations to advance quality education for all, no matter what impediments we encounter. Why do you think we came up with our study entitled Contextualization, Tangible Turn-Taking Technique, and the Reading Comprehension of Grade 7 Students, an Embedded Study? Well, educational researchers have found a significant link between reading and academic success. That's according to Calderon of 2014. Unfortunately, the 2018 National Achievement Test or NAT results revealed that students in the Mid-Saya Public Secondary Schools performed below mastery level, making these schools rank 13th out of the 17 municipalities in Cotabato Division. This shockingly dismal result has also been proven through Filipino students' below average reading scores in the 2018 and 2019 Program for International Student Assessment or PISA. Hence, this embedded study aimed to find out if contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique, when used as intervention, can increase grade 7 students' reading comprehension level. We specifically aim to uncover the answers to the following questions. For the quantitative part, what is the level of reading comprehension of students before and after the intervention? Is there a significant difference in the students' pre-test and post-test scores? For the qualitative part, what strategies did teachers use to implement contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique as interventions? And for the mixed methods, what insights from grade 7 students can support the test results? Burns and Erickson, as cited by Bogancisco in 2016, stated that contextual learning theory assumes that the reader's mind will associate what is written in the page to his or her previous knowledge and experiences so that the text will be valuable. On the other hand, Sachs et al. In 1974, as cited by Horton in 2017, stated that turn-taking has two complementary principles: turn construction, or knowing when one speaker has completed his or her turn, and turn allocation, or the implicit procedures for determining what happens once a turn is considered complete. This study used a mixed methods design, specifically an embedded approach. The quantitative method was quasi-experimental, utilizing pre-tests and post-tests among 3 groups. The intervention contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique were conducted. Subsequently, the researchers facilitated a focus group discussion among students to elicit qualitative data to further explain the statistical results. This study's participants were the 115 grade 7 students chosen through cluster sampling. They were all enrolled in the academic year 2018 to 2019 at the public secondary school in Midsayap North, Cotabato. 9 of these students, 3 per section, were chosen through purposive sampling to take part in the focus group discussion. The Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013 promotes contextualization of lessons. Hence, we researchers innovated with the 3 conditions as intervention for reading comprehension, which were the following. Section X had only contextualization in the discussion of their lessons. Section Y had both contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique. Section Z had only tangible turn-taking technique, specifically through the use of a talking stick. To analyze data for the quantitative part, the mean was used for the level of reading comprehension of students. Paired sample t-test was used to determine the difference between the pre-test and post-test scores of the 3 sections that were labeled as X, Y, and Z. For the qualitative part, the thematic analysis technique of Braun and Clark in 2006 was used. For quantitative analysis, before the teacher used contextualization, the reading comprehension of Section X was at the frustration level of 29.11% based on the reading comprehension scale of Philippine Informal Reading Inventory or PhilErie. After the intervention, their mean percentage score improved at 35.96%, but it is still at the frustration level. The computed t-value of 1.79 is lower than the table value of 2.040 at the alpha level of 0.05, so the null hypothesis is accepted. There is no significant difference in their pretest and post-test scores. Hence, using only contextualization as intervention is not effective. For Section Y, before the teacher used both contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique, their reading comprehension was at the frustration level of 23.99%. After the intervention, their mean percentage score improved at 63.85% and rose to the instructional level. Their computed t-value of 16.6 is greater than the table value of 2.026 at the alpha level of 0.05, so the null hypothesis is rejected. There is a significant difference in their pretest and post-test scores. Hence, using both contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique as interventions are effective. For Section Z, before the teacher used tangible turn-taking technique, their reading comprehension was at the frustration level of 29.73%. After the intervention, their mean percentage score improved at 46.60% but remained at the frustration level. Their computed t-value of 9.49 is greater than the table value of 2.01 at the alpha level of 0.05, so the null hypothesis is rejected. There is a significant difference in their pretest and post-test scores. Hence, using tangible turn-taking technique as intervention is effective. For the strategies that teachers use to implement contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique, participants revealed that teachers used video presentations and cutouts of objects for tangible turn-taking so that students can actively interact in the assigned topics on garbage aggregation and disposal, toxic Asian fish, and Google. Hence, the tactile and kinesthetic learners who were not linguistically inclined enjoyed manipulating the turn-taking objects. Moreover, teachers went the extra mile by giving the learners tips to improve their reading comprehension aside from the intervention. The other techniques were through rereading as well as understanding and familiarization of content. For the insights of grade 7 students, they divulged their negative emotions that were mostly triggered from their discomfort due to the presence of the principal during the intervention. They were also nervous and shocked due to the potential harm that the size and toxin in an Asian carp can pose. Despite this, the learners were able to realize the applicability of the lessons to real life, like recycling is not only good for the environment, but can be a source of extra cash as well. Learners also realized that Google helps them in academic matters and that in the presence of potentially dangerous animals, the flight or fight response can be stimulated. Conclusion and implications to educational practice. To lessen students' negative emotions during the conduct of the intervention, principals should balance supervising the teachers while making students feel relaxed with their presence through establishing rapport. They should also appreciate teachers who go the extra mile by giving tips for students to enhance their reading comprehension aside from the intervention they give. On the other hand, quantitative data showed that when teachers used both contextualization and tangible turn-taking technique, students' reading comprehension improved from frustration to instructional level. There was also a significant difference in the t-test result, which indicates that the intervention was effective and should be adopted by other teachers. Meanwhile, qualitative data from grade 7 students revealed that they found the intervention applicable to real life and effective in helping the majority of students learn to read. Nonetheless, teachers should consider the students' suggestions on how to improve the interventions. Teachers must also collaborate with colleagues and with the school administration to ensure that all interventions they implement are research-based. Furthermore, the students requested for access to cuddly metacognitive mascots, which I presented during the 2018 Regional Research Congress. The students suggested the use of these cuddly metacognitive mascots as these can help them feel relaxed while learning. For the impact of the study, after teachers combined contextualization and tangible turn-taking techniques as reading intervention, some parents have called the advisors to report how happy they are that their children can already read with understanding. Learners also became more confident and motivated in school due to their improved capacity to read. Here are references.
Albert St. George stated that research is seeing what everybody else has seen and thinking what nobody else has thought.
Keep researching, keep innovating. After all, if we apply what Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, our task as educators is not to foresee the future, but to enable it for our learners. Thank you for listening.